A Dance with My Father, Chapter 6. Forced retirement from the sea due to illness. When the days of working at Sangley Point U.S. Naval Base was over due to its closure and was turned over to the Philippine government, he decided to try the sea. He became a seafarer at Eastern Shipping Lines on board an international cargo ship. His last stint from work was between Philippines to Japan and vice versa. After working at sea for almost 13 years, he became ill. At that time, both my brothers, Norman and Oliver, had just started working in the same field. Norman as radio officer in a cargo shipping vessel, and our youngest, Oliver, as able seaman in a different cargo ship. My father made sure that when he leaves his post, the person who will replace him as radio officer will be my brother Norman. He was confined at the Lung Center of the Philippines towards the end of 1985. His condition was getting worse despite the medications and treatments he was getting. During his confinement, me and my mother took turns in taking care of my father's needs. Frustrated, he then confronted and probed his internist as to what his real health status was, stating that whatever it was, he can readily accept it. Eventually, the doctor told him that the prognosis was bad, that he had a lung cancer, a terminal illness, and that he had 3 months to live. He then decided not to go through any further treatments and chose to spend the remaining days of his life at home. It was absurd that he got this kind of ailment because he abhors the smell of cigarettes. He was never a smoker even when he was in his younger years. The doctor said that in his case, the probable cause was his exposure to radiation for a very long time since he worked in the confines of a radio room or a second-hand smoke, which he most frequently encountered when he was having meals at the mess hall in the ship. When he was discharged from the hospital towards the first week of February of 1986, my aunt, Mama Liling, my father's youngest sister, graciously offered one of the rooms in her huge house in White Plains as his place to rest, knowing that we were raising a couple of swines beside our house in Balintawak to augment our financial needs. She also advised that her place would be conducive to my father's health condition. The responsibility of tending to my father's needs was placed on my shoulders, being the eldest daughter, and since my brothers were all working as seamen and my mother had health problems. My mother, husband, and my parents in law were alternately taking care of my children who were still toddlers at that time. I decided to stay in my aunt's house to personally attend to my father's care. Our beds were practically adjacent to each other. During our stay at my aunt's house, we opted to try rather herbal medications, holistic and alternative treatments simultaneous with our constant prayers of the rosary for his healing. Despite all his efforts, his condition was deteriorating.